Have you ever wondered how the rich keep getting richer even when they already have millions in the bank? It seems like a mystery, right? Well, here's the secret. The wealthy use debt. Yes, debt, to build more wealth and make even more money. Sounds crazy, doesn't it? But trust me, once you understand how they do it, you'll look at debt in a whole new way. In this video, we're going to dive into 5 smart ways the rich use debt to grow their fortunes. And don't worry, it's not about getting into debt in a reckless way. These strategies are all about using debt as a powerful tool to make money, and the wealthy have figured out how to do it right. Let's get started. 1. The power of leverage in real estate. One of the most popular ways the rich use debt to build wealth is through real estate investment. Real estate has always been a gold mine for the wealthy, and here's why. You can use debt to control more property than you could ever afford with your own money. Let's break this down with an example. Imagine you have $100,000 in savings. You come across a property that's worth $500,000. Instead of using all your savings to buy the property, you can borrow $400,000 from a bank and use your $100,000 as the down payment. Now, you control a $500,000 property, but you've only used a fraction of your own money. But here's where it gets exciting. If the property increases in value, let's say it goes up to $600,000, you get to keep the full $100,000 profit, even though you only invested $100,000. And if you're renting the property out, the rent payments from tenants can cover your mortgage, which means you're essentially having others pay off your debt. Real estate is all about location, location, location. The rich know that by strategically choosing the right properties, they can maximize their returns. They don't just buy any property. They invest in areas that are likely to appreciate in value over time, such as emerging neighborhoods or up-and-coming cities. This type of long-term thinking gives them the chance to build real wealth, not just short-term profits. And here's the thing, real estate is one of the safest forms of leverage. While the market might fluctuate, it tends to appreciate over time, especially in high-demand areas. The wealthy take advantage of this stability to ensure their investments continue growing, even through economic ups and downs. 2. Business expansion with debt. The rich don't just stop at real estate, they also use debt to expand their businesses, whether it's opening a new location or buying equipment. Debt gives them the funds they need without using up all their cash. This allows them to scale up and make bigger profits. Let's say you run a bakery, and you see a golden opportunity to open a new location in a busy neighborhood. But you don't have enough cash. What do? You can borrow money, open a new bakery, and start making more sales. This is exactly how many wealthy entrepreneurs grow their businesses. They understand that taking on strategic debt is a way to expand faster than if they only relied on personal savings. But it's not just about borrowing money, it's about seizing opportunities when they arise. The rich are always on the lookout for the right moment to expand, and they know that without taking on some debt, those opportunities might slip away. By using debt wisely, they can unlock faster growth than ever before. One of the biggest benefits of business expansion is economies of scale. When you expand your business, you can negotiate better deals with suppliers, reduce production costs, and reach more customers. All of these factors work together to increase your profits and give you a competitive advantage in the marketplace. The rich are also great at managing debt. They know that too much debt can be risky, but when used smartly, it's a tool for unlocking growth. They don't just take on debt for the sake of growth. They always ensure that the returns they make will outpace their costs, ensuring the business continues to thrive in the long run. 3. Investing in stocks with debt. Another way the rich use debt is by investing in stocks. For most of us, buying stocks means using the cash we have on hand. But the wealthy, they have a different strategy. They use debt such as margin loans to invest in stocks they believe will go up in value. Imagine you have $10,000 saved up and you believe a stock is going to double in value. Instead of just using your $10,000, you borrow another $10,000 from a broker to buy more stock. If the stock does go up, you make a lot more money than if you just use your own savings. However, this comes with risks. If the stock goes down, you'll lose both your money and the borrowed funds. It's all about amplifying your returns. When the rich invest, they don't just stick to the money they have. They leverage debt to increase the amount they can invest, allowing them to see much larger returns if things go well. It's like playing the stock market on fast forward. But don't be fooled. Using margin loans to invest is risky. That's why successful investors like Warren Buffett only use debt in situations where they have high confidence in their investments. Before jumping into margin investing, you need to ensure that the stock has real growth potential and that you're prepared for any market fluctuations. The key to successful stock market investing with debt is to use it strategically and cautiously. The rich know how to spot undervalued stocks, and they never use debt for risky or speculative investments. They use it to fund investments with strong growth potential and take calculated risks with their borrowed funds. For starting or acquiring businesses, the rich love starting or acquiring businesses. They know that a successful business can be an incredible wealth-building tool. But what happens when the cost of buying a business is more than they can afford with cash? They use debt, whether it's taking out a loan, using venture capital, or negotiating seller financing. Debt helps them fund business acquisitions. By acquiring or starting new businesses, they increase their market share, access new customers, and boost profits. This, in turn, increases their wealth. For example, if a wealthy person sees a promising small tech company, they may use debt to buy it and turn it into a much larger, more profitable business. The key here is calculated risk. The wealthy don't just take any opportunity that comes their way. They research, analyze, and plan their acquisitions carefully. They often surround themselves with experts like lawyers, accountants, and business advisors who help them assess potential risks and rewards. Once they acquire a business, they don't just sit back and relax. They actively improve it. Whether it's through better management, innovative strategies, or new products, they take charge and make sure the business is on the path to success. 5. Education and skill development. Last but not least, education and skill development play a huge role in wealth building. The rich understand that investing in their own knowledge and skills can pay off big time. They don't hesitate to take on student loans or attend costly programs if it means gaining valuable expertise. Imagine you want to become a top software engineer, but the tuition for a degree is expensive. The rich see this as an investment in themselves. By taking on debt for education, they can land high-paying jobs and boost their income over time. They don't see student loans as a burden, they see them as a stepping stone to higher earning potential. They also know that education is lifelong. The rich don't stop learning once they finish school. They keep upgrading their skills, attending workshops, and staying ahead of the curve. This constant focus on learning helps them adapt to changing markets and ensures they stay competitive in their fields. It's not just about traditional education, either. Many wealthy individuals invest in online courses, certifications, or even self-teaching. The rich understand that investing in education is one of the smartest ways to ensure financial success in the long run. Debt as a tool, not a trap. There you have it. 5 powerful ways the rich use debt to build wealth and make more money. The key takeaway here is that debt is not something to be afraid of. When used strategically, it can be a powerful tool to amplify your wealth. But always remember, it's not about getting into debt recklessly. It's about using it wisely to create opportunities that lead to long-term financial success. So, if you're ready to take control of your financial future, start thinking about how you can leverage debt in smart ways. Whether it's through real estate, investing in stocks, expanding your business, or getting the right education, debt can be your ally. Now, before we wrap up, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our Scale Smarter YouTube channel for more amazing tips and strategies that can help you on your journey to financial freedom. Share your thoughts in the comments. How do you think the wealthy use debt to build wealth? I'd love to hear your thoughts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.